So we are finally back again and we are going to be talking about some more Arsenal transfer news. So let's get straight into it. Now, we haven't talked about Arthur Melo yet, obviously. I haven't done a video in the last 1 or 2 weeks, but the situation with Arthur Melo looks a little bit like this. Now, at the moment, Arsenal's stance is that they want a short loan till the end of the season. Now, look, Juventus are thinking otherwise. Arthur Melo joined from Barcelona in a deal worth up to £60 million in a deal in which Miralem Pjanic went off to Barcelona in exchange. However, Arthur Melo looks like he's going to move on from Juventus, and Arsenal are quite big admirers of the Brazilian midfielder. Now, it's said that Edu has a good relationship with his agent, and there were talks confirmed by Fabrizio Romano in London between Edu and his agent Arthur Melo. So, on the players front, it looks like he's ready to join Arsenal. He's excited for the new challenge in the Premier League. It looks like he wants to join Arsenal. However, on Juventus and Arsenal side, there's still a bit of discrepancy over how long this loan deal should be. Now, what Juventus are proposing, what's come out in the last 1 or 2 days, is that there's an 18-month loan, so from now to the end of the season, and then the next whole season on loan, and then there is an option to buy for 50 million euro, which has been proposed. 50 million euro 18-month loan. Now, for me, that seems a better option. Now, I'm not sure why Arsenal are opting to just do a 6-month loan and not push on. Just go for a 6-month simple loan, but not push on for the 18-month, because in my opinion is 18-month loan. You can do an 18-month loan, and then look, if you don't want him, bin him off. He just goes back to Juventus. It's not a permanent option to buy. It's a, if you want him, if we want him, we can take. If we don't want him, he can go back. It's as simple as that. But we do need a midfielder in this January transfer window, so it would be ideal if we got someone like Arthur Melo through in. A lot of people have worries about him. I think he's a very decent player, and I think for us he could do a very good job. However, I've not seen much of him. But what I have seen, the little I have seen of him, I do think he's a player that would definitely help us. He's said to be more of a passer of the ball. He's quite small. He's still 5'5". He's similar. I think he's a similar sort of build to what Lucas Torreira is in some ways. But look, I think he's better than him. He's on loan at Fiorentina. We'll talk about that in a second. But I think with Arthur Melo, I think he's definitely something we should push on with. And I do expect this one to get some heat in the next few days as the week goes on. However, I would hold a bit of, will it happen, will it not? Because I think Arsenal will try and drag it out. And what do I think will happen is I think Arsenal will end up agreeing to the 18-month loan, because that's what Juventus are sticking for. And the thing is, Juventus also want a midfielder in to replace him, because Juventus at the moment are looking to get rid of Aaron Ramsey and Arthur Melo. So Arthur Melo could be going to Arsenal. I think Aaron Ramsey could be going to Newcastle. So they want to get someone in. Thoughts of Nicolo Rovella could be coming in for them. I can't remember who he plays for, but he could be coming in, replacement. And I think they're looking at De Jong or maybe some other midfielders as well, Juventus. So they want a replacement in for Arthur Melo before they authorize his move to Arsenal. But Arthur Melo could be one who pushes through with the move. But Arsenal do definitely need a midfielder, and we need to get a midfielder in through. There was a lot of talk of Bruno Guimaraes, but it looks like we have to pay quite a hefty fee that it looks like we don't want to, or maybe we're saving that money, dare I say it, for another signing. But a midfielder is definitely a priority, because Elneny's into the last 6 months. Maitland-Niles has gone over to Roma. He's doing quite well over there. Partey's suspended. Xhaka suspended. Now we're just left with, I think, Lokonga. We just left with Lokonga now. I think that's it. We got Charlie Patino, but again, young player. Are we gonna? It's one of those, isn't it? But yeah, that's that with Arthur Melo. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Would you sign him for the Arsenal or not? Now, the next player I want to talk about is a bit of an interesting one, and something that's completely out of the blue, and something that has been confirmed with a lot of sources, including Fabrizio Romano, amongst many others. Now, this one is about Matt Turner, who Arsenal are in talks with New England Revolution over buying the goalkeeper Matt Turner. If the 27-year-old USA international joins, it would clear the way for Bernd Leno to leave. Personal terms for Turner have been discussed and will not present a stumbling block, so the issue is whether clubs can agree a fee. Turner has played his whole career in the US and has started 13 of his 22 countries matches last year, with Manchester City's backup Stack Steffen his biggest rival for the number one spot. Turner has won the Best Goalkeeper award at the 2021 CONCACAF Gold Cup after playing in all 6 US matches and keeping 5 clean sheets to help them secure the title. He is regarded by Arsenal as cover for Aaron Ramsdale, who is impressed since joining from Sheffield United last summer. Ramsdale's form has restricted Lennon to 4 cup appearances since last August when he started Arsenal's final Premier League defeat to Manchester City. Now, we have been linked to Matt Turner of New England Revolution. Let's be real, I have not heard anything about this player personally, and I don't think many of you have either. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know everything about him like I have seen a lot of people talk about. So I don't know. I have no clue what to think of this. The sort of fee that has been touted around for Matt Turner looks to be close to £6 million. And I think Arteta's probably trying to repeat a trick, what Man City have done with Zach Steffen. Zach Steffen does look like a pretty decent goalkeeper. Matt Turner does look alright. But again, we've sort of done this with Runarsson, haven't we? Where we've decided let's just go with a cheap backup goalkeeper, and it just hasn't paid off. This guy looks a bit different. He looked like, from what I'm hearing, he looks alright. He looks decent, good backup. For who's it called? Ramsdale. He's quite of an older goalkeeper, 27 years old. But again, I wouldn't worry about that. Keepers do go on for much longer than outfield players, so that's not something I would worry about personally. £6 million is what I'm hearing for Matt Turner, and look, I think we maybe should punt a chance on this guy. Look, it does look like Bernd Leno's going to leave. How much could we get for him? I think we could get maybe 20 to 30 million, and I think that's, go on then, just do it. We signed him for 19. We've probably paid him about 5-6 million in wages over the last few years. 25 million spent on him. Let's say agent fee, that's 30. If we can get something around that, we get our money back on Bernd Leno, I think we've done well, to be honest, and then we can use that to sign obviously this guy here, Matt Turner. If there are any US fans out there, let me know on this goalkeeper, because I'm not too sure on him. Would I take him? I can't say yet. Honestly, I can't. But yeah, that is the news that we are linked with New England Revolution's goalkeeper, Matt Turner. Next bit of news is player departures. First of all, Sead Kolasinac has terminated his contract with Arsenal and he has joined Olympique Marseille. That's the third Arsenal player that's at Marseille now. And the third one is not technically our player anymore, but Sead Kolasinac. He's actually played a few games. He came up front against Nottingham Forest, and that was his last appearance in an Arsenal shirt. He has played 1 or 2 other cup games here and there. I think he also did start the game against Manchester City in late August, in which we lost 5-0, which was very atrocious. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit, why didn't he go in summer? A year ago, we turned down 11 million offer, and now we're terminating his contract. I want Sead Kolasinac out. It's good he's out. He's gone. We have plentiful cover in that left back position already. So it's like we don't need him anymore, and it's best if we have him out the club, because again, he's one of those Wenger dross, as we call. And yeah, it's good he is gone. The next one is Pablo Mari, who has joined Udinese on a short-term loan deal. I was a bit surprised by this, because I think out of our backup centre-backs, I think he's probably a good option. Has made a few dodgy errors. Hasn't been so bad when you look at our previous centre-backs who we've had at the club. He's not been all too bad. But look, I think he wants game time, and that's pretty clear. I think he wants to play, and looks like no one's getting in between Ben White and Gabriel at the moment. Because I don't think anyone at the club at the moment is better than those two at the club. I don't mean on loan. If we're talking about on loan, then that's a different video. But yeah, I think he wants game time, and I think he's gonna get that at Udinese. We're not in any more cup competitions anymore, so we won't need as much backup, I suppose. So yeah, I think that's that. And good luck to him, and he'll be back at the end of the season. Then we'll probably assess the situation from there, where we want to go with Pablo Mari. But that's that with Pablo Mari and Sead Kolasinac. Next bit of news is on Mikel Arteta, as reports coming out today suggest Arsenal will offer him a 2-year new extension before the end of the season, to rival any potential interest from, let's wait a few seconds, Manchester City apparently. The reports coming out from the Mail and some other sources that Arsenal want to offer Mikel Arteta a new 2-year deal, because apparently if Pep goes, then Man City might be interested in luring Arteta to Manchester City. In what world will Man City want Arteta? Goodness gracious me. If they show any interest, like, just go, mate. Terminate the deal and go. But look, I wouldn't offer Arteta a new deal. If we're being completely serious, be down to earth, real about it, I wouldn't offer Arteta a new deal. Especially, I'm not along this idea of give a manager a new deal mid-season. Always wait until the end of the season. If we're at the end of the season, we're not in Europe, we're not in the Champions League, there's no point offering him a new deal because he really hasn't achieved much, has he? For me, he has to achieve success, and that's trying to get up to that table and winning trophies. That is success, and we need to try and strive towards it. And I wouldn't offer him a new deal. If he gets Champions League football, okay, then maybe I can see why the club would give him a new deal. But at the moment, I don't see it, and for the reason that I've seen. Goodness me. Yeah, don't be worried. Don't be worried, Arsenal. They ain't coming for him. I'm telling you, they ain't coming for him. But yeah, that is that on Mikel Arteta. Apparently, he's going to be offered a new 2-year deal. But that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. See you guys next one. Bye bye.